My name is Mary.
My name is Vida Omega.
And without any further ado, let's get started.
Before we proceed to the main discussion about psychoanalysis on Maleficent character, let me tell you a story of Maleficent. Maleficent described as powerful young fairy who lives in Mars, a magical world bordering on the human kingdom. As a young girl, she fell in love with a boy, a farmer named Stephen, who went crazy in Maleficent and has big desire to be a king. They met when Stephen entered the moors to steal. In the end, they become best friends. Stephen kisses Maleficent and call it a true love kiss. Stephen and Maleficent grows up. Maleficent becomes the most powerful fairy in Norse, and one day there is a king named Henry. King Henry brings his army to destroy Morse, but Maleficent can defeat them. The king is idle and offers his throne to anyone who can kill Maleficent. Stephen even came in at night and offered to beat Maleficent, but Stephen couldn't kill Maleficent. Finally, Stephen burns Maleficent's wings with iron and brings those wings to the king as evidence of murder. Maleficent is broken heart over betrayal and loss of wings. She began to build kingdom of darkness in the fairy world. One day, Devil announced that Stephen, who is now become a king, will baptize his newborn daughter, Aurora. In return for Stephen's betrayal, Maleficent came uninvited and cursed the baby with a sleep curse. Aurora will sleep forever on her 16th birthday after her finger gets pierced. Then she will wake up just with a true love kiss, but actually it is Maleficent jokes. She knows that true love kiss is impossible. Although Maleficent has Aurora, she takes care of her from afar when the fairies fail in their task. At the age of 15, Aurora met Maleficent and believed that Maleficent was the fairy godmother who cared for her. Aurora spent a lot of time in Mars till Maleficent realized that she is beginning to like the princess. She tried to remove the sleep curse, but in vain. When Aurora meets Prince Philip, they are attracted to each other. Philip is on his way to King Stephen's palace at the time, but he promises to see Aurora soon. On the day before 16th birthday, Aurora expressed her desire to stay with Maleficent in her kingdom. However, the fairies tell Aurora about the evil curse of Maleficent. Feeling sad, Aurora went to her father's kingdom. Then Stephen locked Aurora in a safe room until sunset on Aurora's birthday. However, Aurora escaped from her locked room and wandered into a dungeon that contained a lot of the burner's spinning tools. A spinner appeared miraculously and Aurora put her finger on a needle. Maleficent failed to protect Aurora. She hoped that Philip could break the curse. Philip's kiss failed and Maleficent apologized to the princess. Maleficent kisses Aurora for help and she wakes up from Maleficent's true love. So it's like a mother for her daughter. And Aurora reaffirmed her desire to live with Maleficent in Morse. When trying to escape, Maleficent was caught by an iron net. Maleficent was unable to defeat the guard, and Stephen was wearing armor. With his last magic, Maleficent transformed Devil into a dragon. She was almost killed, but Aurora released the Maleficent's wings that her father had stolen. With her wings, Maleficent succeeded in defeating Stephen. Then later Stephen died. Aurora becomes the queen who successfully united two kingdoms, and the fairy where Philip joins Aurora. At the end of the story, Aurora says that the kingdom can be united not by a hero or a villain, but by someone who is both a hero and a villain. That's about the story. And the next presentation about psychoanalysis toward Maleficent character will be presented by my friend.
So, based on Sigmund Freud theories, we are going to discuss about psychoanalysis of Maleficent character. In my part, I'm going to discuss Maleficent it. The it is the impulsive and unconscious part of our psyche. It is respond directly to basic needs and also respond immediately to desires or urges. So in Maleficent characters, her it is love. She wants to be loved by Stefan. It's her big desires. But Stefan's ambition is to be a king. And because of his ambition, it was broken. He left Maleficent alone in Lord. When he come back, he just want to steal her wing, and it makes Maleficent feel disappointed with him. From the first, her big desire is to be loved, and because of that accident, her big desire is become to take a revenge.
The next discussion is about the ego of Maleficent. The ego is the self of somebody including his or her decision when facing some problems. Time by time, Maleficent feels something wrong and different than before, and she didn't know what it is. And there is a sentence, love can change Maleficent. From the beginning of the story, Maleficent is a good fairy and changed to be a bad fairy. It's all because the power of love. Her true love kiss is the power that can break her curse of Aurora. She changed, became bad fairy because she loves Stephen, but he betrays her. And now she revokes her curse because she loves Aurora and she regrets what she has done. In this situation, Maleficent's ego has success to take control of the idea. She became somebody that started to think about true or false, and then she knew that what she do all this time is wrong.
Superego can be called as a moral values which guide someone to do some things. And the superego of Maleficent is quite dominant when she revokes her curse because she's starting to love Aurora. And in the character of Maleficent, the superego is part of personality that has been realized about her depression condition. Maleficent has optimized her superego's function as a filter of conscience, and then also it has control by ego to things about badness and also a goodness. And sometimes it is not work because it is depend on the environment. And with superego, Maleficent try to understand and follow up with the presence of mind. And we can see on the example, unaware of her audience, Maleficent went on, I was so lost in hatred and revenge, and I never dreamed that I could love so much, sweet Aurora. And based on this quotation, she revenged her hatred on Stephen to Aurora. But time to time, she realized that she is wrong. And then she felt that Aurora stole what is left on her heart. Maleficent just used to be so bitter and angry, and she thinks that she will never love anyone else before Aurora came along.
Hello everyone, welcome to the last part of our presentation. My name is Vira Ismia. I will continue the presentation about the conclusion of psychoanalysis of Disney movie, and the title is Maleficent. And based on the explanation before, we try to analyze the main character of Maleficent. So based on this movie, we can conclude that Maleficent, that ego and superego was control ourselves from childhood. And in this movie, we can see how we can see the example of ego and superego that was control ourselves. Maleficent has ambition to get love from Steven, but Steven already make him disappointed. So they so Maleficent was angry and want to get disadvantage to Steven's daughter, but her ego and superego was control her and she think that Steven's daughter is not guilty. So based on my explanation before, we can see how the ego and superego control our control our and when someone lost our ego and superego, they will do anything without thinking anymore. So everyone, that's all about the presentation for today. Thank you and see you.